I'm here today at FSI OneVoice with David Knoch, CEO of Docupace. How are you doing today, David?
I'm doing great, Julius. Thanks for having me here.
It's great to talk to you. So, David, the first question I'd like to ask you today is your views on artificial intelligence, where it's going, how it's affecting the industry.
Well, so there's a lot of conversation happening at this
Mhm,
conference around AI. I think AI's got a ton of applicability. I think
mhm,
on the operating side, something we think a lot about at Docupace. I think the thing the industry's likely struggling with is how does artificial intelligence fit into recommendations to clients, for example? Probably got a ton of applicability, but comes with a whole bunch of regulatory challenges that I'm
mhm.
sure lots of people are trying to figure out why they're here.
So, can you tell us a little bit about the regulatory environment and what you're seeing out there?
Yeah, I mean, I think right now the regulatory environment for at least for the folks who are here is particularly challenging. You've got both the DOL coming back with a revised version of the fiduciary rule at the same time as SEC and others are looking at a bunch of rulemaking. I think the one that's concerning folks
Mhm.
here quite a bit is the independent contractor rule, which is happening at
Right.
the exact same time. Thankfully, FSI's got a pretty good track record so far
Mhm,
about combating the DOL. We won last time they came up with a
mhm,
rule that didn't quite work for our industry. And so, you could talk more to Dale about it, but I know that the FSI, particularly from board perspective, we're trying to think about how do we protect the interests of
mhm.
our members as they expect us to.
David, can you tell us a little bit about back office technology and the trends you're seeing in 2024?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's two trends right now that are affecting a number of firms, particularly the
Mhm,
ones we're working with. But I think you'd be surprised
mhm,
at how many firms are still relying on sort of legacy
mhm,
platforms to meet the needs of financial advisors. And so I think that trend for us is pretty prominent in 2024. I think the other piece is that I think advisors are probably finally at the last straw for manually moving data between systems and,
mhm.
and the interest in automated new account technologies in particular. I think we're at the point where maybe we can solve this in a pretty elegant and complete way. I'm optimistic about that. And so I think that's a big trend.
David, you mentioned that some parts of the industry are developing more of a DIY approach to technology, and you're seeing that happening in 2024. What do you think will be the end result of that? Are they going to be able to do it DIY?
Yeah, I think it remains to be seen. I think the bigger the firms are and the more
Mhm,
resources they've got available to them, I think the more likely they are to be able to pull off some of that.
mhm,
Today's technology does need to be very personalized. And so this DIY approach can be done in
mhm,
partnership with others. It can feel very DIY
mhm,
without perhaps having the cost, time, and future technology debt of a full
mhm.
DIY approach. But remains to be seen.
Thanks very much, David,
Of
and thanks for
course.
speaking with us today.
Thanks, Julius. I appreciate it.